There we go. You can hear me now. Hello, everyone. Hello, Speed and Power. Hello. Needed to sort out my microphone. How is everyone this evening? Hope everyone is doing well. Thanks for joining Speed and Power. Did you get into the mentoring session or not mentoring session, is it? The seminar the other day? You didn't? Did you wait? Did you wait in the room? Oh, he was in the room. Just didn't make the cut. That's a shame. I did notice on the time that they didn't have as many people. How many people did they put through? Didn't seem as many this time. So yeah, let's have a quick look at what's going on. I probably need to sort out the timer. Let's sort out the timer and start that fresh. Yeah, there were only 11 people in the seminar itself. That's a shame. I think when I did it, there was about 30 of us. I think they are struggling for people to organise it at the minute. Ryanair 73 Uniform Golf, no further ATC, I'm afraid. Free call Unicom 122.8. Have a good flight. Bye bye.
Unicom 122.8. Thank you for the service and good evening. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Oh, he was the last one in the waiting room. Oh, gutted. Oh, that's a shame. Maybe next time. Maybe because I've got less number of people, it'll go through quicker. You know, it won't take as long for them to get. They might be doing it because I think they've been doing it like every 2 or 3 months. So like the one I joined July was the one before that, and it probably takes. I guess it takes longer. Is it better to have one big group and it takes longer, or is it better to have lots of smaller groups? Then I'll leave that up for you to decide to decide what's best. So yeah, here we are at Stansted. Just a bit of an impromptu stream tonight. Normally I stream not on a Tuesday, but I thought I would log on. Been going, I think about an hour on the network controlling, just over an hour, and started streaming just now. Did have a quick go at Luton. I did go on Luton yesterday for the first time. That seems to be an interesting aerodrome. Oh, what's going on here? People are moving down here. So that looks like they've skewed like left or right on that one. So I looked at Luton. That's quite interesting, particularly for clearances because the step climbs and all sorts. So that was quite interesting. Luckily, it was quite quiet. I don't know if you've seen the Luton. It's kind of like a circle, the taxiways, so you can send them round left or right. So yeah. So here we are. Hopefully.
Stansted Ground, FedEx 310 Heavy, radio check.
FedEx 310 Stansted Ground. Hello, readability 5x5. I've been thick for us who are flying Speed and Power. GSY, what is that? I'm not familiar with that acronym. Oh, Guernsey. I should know that, shouldn't I? I should know that's what you'd be referring to. Yeah, Guernsey. Thick fog. Wow. Hopefully you didn't do auto. Did you do auto land all the way down? Or did you manage to see it just before? Let's see who this person is. That will be Ryanair 23 Kilo Quebec. I always get Kilo and Quebec. I struggle with those letters. 4-5 left, so that's down here. So that's Charles.
Stansted Ground, Ryanair 323, radio check.
Ryanair 323, Stansted Ground. Hello, readability 5x5. So we even had to do some coordination earlier. Someone went to Gatwick to coordinate with Gatwick Approach. We're now offline, so I wouldn't have had to coordinate with anyone. So that was that was interesting.
That
was fun.
Stansted Ground, good day, Ryanair 23 Kilo Quebec, join hotel.
Ryanair 23 Kilo Quebec, Stansted Ground, hello, welcome to Stansted. Continue straight ahead on to Juliet, and then taxi to stand 45 left via Juliet and Charlie.
The second left on Juliet and Juliet Charlie to stand 45 left, Ryanair 23 Kilo Quebec, thank you.
So cycle those around, there's D's departing. Yes, there was a bit more coverage online earlier. You do another flight out? Speed and power?
Stansted Ground, Ryanair 323, aircraft type 737, requesting clearance to Pula as filed.
Ryanair 323, report stand number. What were you going to be? I'm going to guess 205.
I think ramp 205, I'm pretty sure.
Ryanair 323, cleared to Pula. Clacton to Echo departure, squawk 7663. Information Victor is current, QNH 1025. No more flights for today. Right, just sit back and watch the mayhem that is going to be at Stansted.
Squawk 7663, QNH 1025. We have Victor, and what did you say our departure was again? Sorry, I didn't hear you. Ryanair 323.
No problem. Ryanair 323, it's the Clacton to Echo departure.
Clear to Pula via the Clacton 2 Echo, Ryanair 323, thank you.
Ryanair 323, read back correct. So hopefully we get a bit of traffic today. Busy. I saw a lot of people doing delivery yesterday on Stansted, which does seem a little bit excessive, but you know, each to their own. It seems to be we've got quite a bit of general aviation traffic going on in the northwest. Let me get that up on VATSIM so you can see what I'm talking about. Which is good. There's quite a nice network of people that are interested in doing that sort of thing, so I'll show you that. So all of this aircraft around here, so they're going, seems to be between the Isle of Man and Hawarden, which is nice. So we've got they've staffed up those airports for a lot of GA traffic. That's good. A lot of people think that VATSIM isn't really for GA, but there is quite a community of GA pilots rather than just airliners. So that's good. Hopefully I might do a stream of those sorts of things once I'm endorsed for those sorts of things. Hopefully soon I'll be endorsed for those. We are so far, before my session currently started, we was at 45 hours. So five
Stansted Ground, FedEx
to go.
310 Heavy, aircraft type A306, stand 204, requesting IFR clearance to Pula.
Oh, another one going to Pula. FedEx 310 cleared Pula, Clacton to Echo departure, squawk 7505. Information Victor, QNH 1025. Ready for the 508 to the Phoenix. Oh yeah, sorry. Pop, thanks for the message. Yeah, we're just talking about the what seems to be a GA event going on. We'll go back to Euroscope full screen.
Cleared Pula via the Clacton.
Ooh. I've never flown Speed and Power. I've never flown Airbus, so I need to do that when I start flying again. FedEx 310. Shall I repeat it for you? Hopefully that's okay now, Pop. Thanks for, I think, are you a first-time viewer or first-time chatter? Thanks for coming along. Apologies if you're not. I've got a very bad memory for people's names.
Stansted Ground, FedEx 310 Heavy. Could you repeat the clearance? Sorry, I'm having a little bit of trouble with my headset.
No problems. FedEx 310 cleared to Pooler, Clacton to Echo departure, squawk 7505. Information Victor is current, QNH 1025.
Okay, direct Pooler via the Clacton to Echo departure, squawk 7505 and QNH 1025?
Yeah, FM FedEx 310, read back correct. I've seen some of the
Roger,
VODs.
FedEx
Thanks,
310.
Pop. What do you think? Are you a pilot? Are you a fellow controller? Or are you just interested in aviation? Hopefully you must have enjoyed it. Well, you won't be watching live, so hopefully you've been enjoying it. Have you enjoyed doing the streams? Slowly building up some of the stuff in on the stream. I think thanks to Rich S who has subscribed on YouTube. If anyone is watching on Twitch, I do simulcast or whatever out to Twitch. If you are watching, but I'd really appreciate if you can jump over to YouTube and subscribe. That really helps me out with YouTube algorithms and all those sorts of things. And I think it will be ultimately easier to end up maybe getting monetized and those sorts of things in the future. It might be easier on YouTube to start with. So if you could do me a favor and do all that. Oh, you're a virtual pilot. Cool. Which airline do you fly with? I normally fly with Osprey
Stansted Ground,
Airways.
allow Ryanair 16 November X-ray with Boeing 737, requesting Marseille with information Victor.
Ryanair 16 November X-ray, Stansted Ground. Hello, good evening. Report stand number, please.
Stand 63 left.
Ryanair 16 November X-ray, thank you. Cleared to Marseille. Nugbo 1 Romeo departure, squawk 2173.
Clear to Marseille, number 1 room departure, squawk 2173 and 16 November X-ray.
Ryanair 16 November X-ray, read back correct. I've not heard of those two. Popper, Fly UK and Sky Team Virtual. Let's have a look at those. I tend to fly Osprey on New Sky. I bumped into Airnot in his channel, so I haven't been flying much recently. I'm fairly new controller, as you've probably told if you've watched the other VODs. We're getting towards 50, 5 more hours, 5 more. Hopefully today will take us close to finishing that off. And yes, I've not been flying as much. I've been concentrating on working my way up, but I should get back to flying soon. So yeah, have you been flying today, Pop? And Speed and Power, what do you think of the differences between the fly-by-wire and the Phoenix? Apart from one's free and one you have to pay for. All right, Fly UK is fairly light. Oh, right, okay. Cool. It's amazing, isn't it, that all of this sort of stuff's been going on for years. I'm fairly new to the party, and we've got leftover Halloween sweets I'm chomping my way through. Other brands are available, so apologies if you see me eating. Oh, so you think the Speed and Power of the Phoenix is worth the money? That's good. That's always helps, isn't it, if you have paid for it. So you're currently flying the 737 from Manchester to Gran Canaria. Gran Canaria used to be my family's go-to destination for holidays. Almost at touchdown. Cool. That would have taken a while then, what, 4 or 5 hours? Let's see if we can see you. Oh, there we are. Let's have a look on the flight details. I won't bring it up because it's got your name on it. I don't think that's fair.
Stansted Ground, FedEx 310 Heavy, stand 204, request push and start.
FedEx 310, stand 204, push and start approved.
Push and start approved, FedEx 310 Heavy.
Yeah, so speed and power. So the next step in my control is once you've got 50 hours, there's three things that open up to you. Okay, so the first thing is then the waiting list for S2, so which is tower, okay, or air controlling. Let's make sure this easy calls me up. And so that's the first one. Did I just do a contact me? Hopefully I did. I'll wait for him to get down here. If he doesn't, I'll ping him again. So that's the first thing, to get to tower. So I think I've got to join the wait list. I think that could take anything between 6 and 12 months.
Stansted Ground, easy 442.
Easy 442, Stansted Ground. Hello, welcome to Stansted. Taxi to stand 32 left via Hotel and Bravo.
Hotel Bravo to stand 32 left, easy 442.
So that's the first, I guess that's the main thing, because you're going up in the ratings. But then what the other two things that are available to me, one is for the Gatwick ground endorsement, which I guess I'll get earlier. Okay, so for that one I have to do a Moodle course. Ryanair 16 November X-ray, stand 63 left, push and start approved. How rude I get, how rude I get interrupted. Joking, by the way. So for the Gatwick endorsement, I have to do a course, a Moodle course and training. So I have to pass the quiz at the end with a pass mark of 90%. Once I've done that, I get to do a step 3, which is a mentoring on the live network at either Gatwick ground or delivery. It's not a test or an exam. They just need to make sure I'm proficient with basically handling the workload. So that's that. I guess the next step, disconnected easy. The next step, the third thing then is another endorsement, which is for, let's check what the endorsements that are available to me. Whoops. I think the next endorsement, let me have a look. Endorsements. The other endorsement that's available to me is the becoming for like general aviation aerodromes. So the smaller aerodromes, like what we just saw running at Hawarden and places like that. So there's no test. I think it's more of a theory-based for that one. So again, after 50, I can either do Aerodrome Flight Information Service, which is AFIS, or Air Ground Communication Services, which is AGCS. And that allows me to be on places like, there's like a long list, like Carnarvon, Dunkeswell, Duxford, Elstree, Kemble, other ones like that, Thruxton, Swansea. So the smaller aerodromes that don't have full ATC, so it's more ones where you'd be. Was that FedEx 310? FedEx 310, thank you. Taxi to holding point Romeo 1 via Juliet, Link Bravo and Romeo. So yes, that'd be interesting because I want to, those. I've seen a few videos on that, on when people are doing that, particularly flying that, and that looks quite cool. So I can't give them clearance. I can't give them any instructions. I can just say someone's reported downwind or there's 3 in the pattern or those sorts of things. So that'll be interesting. So that'll be interesting to get to those two. How do you think I'll get? So pop that. How do Do you think you'll get on at Gatwick? I've never seen Stansted anywhere near busy as Gatwick. Yes. So I've done one session at Manchester, which was busy, to try and up my workload. I think during the exam to get to S1, I trained at Stansted, but basically they just throw traffic at you. So I think I can manage the workload okay in my head. It will be a step up in workload, and I think that's why they have the kind of the mentoring session there. But I'm kind of like putting myself into Manchester because that does get busier. So like at the minute, you know, there's what 3 or 4. It looks a bit quiet actually in Manchester, but normally Manchester's a little bit busier. So if you watch that video, I was a bit stressed for about 10 minutes, and then I got into the rhythm. I guess it's going to be the same with Gatwick. It's going to be stressed.
Ryanair 16 November X-ray, ready for taxi.
Ryanair 16 November X-ray, thank you. Taxi to holding point Sierra 1 via Link Delta, Hotel and Sierra. Should have thought about that first.
Sierra 1 via Link Delta, Hotel Sierra, Ryanair 16 November X-ray.
So yeah, so then after that, yes, speed and power, it would be S3, which is approach. And I think, again, for approach, you've got to do 50 hours on tower. So I think I'd do okay at Gatwick. I think the problem at places like Gatwick, or we'll just say Gatwick, is...
Stansted Ground, Ryanair 323, requesting push and start.
Ryanair 323, stand 205, push and start approved.
Push and start approved, Ryanair 323.
I think it's just a process, isn't it? You've got a workflow to follow, and there's a pattern. You've got to try and work that out in your head, and I think I'd be quite good at that. The problem that you then get is if you've got people who are filing incorrect flight plans, or you've got people that, shall we say, inexperienced or just poor quality pilots. So I think that's the problem when you see problems going on at Gatwick when it's really busy. It's just that someone's gone the wrong way, you know, taxied too far, not gone to the right stand. Those sorts of things, you know, people talking over people. I think that's generally what the where I might. Oh, there's a spider on my screen. We will try and get him off politely, carefully. Little money spider. Don't know if you can see him. Probably not. You won't be able to see him. Oh, there he is. Can you see that? I'll put him away somewhere. And yes, I think that's what probably what would stress me out, rather than the actual thing of doing the ground controlling. If anything, Gatwick's easier because you don't have VFR, which sometimes is a bit weird to deal with as a clearance. God knows how people are coping with all of the A380 fun. So once this person starts the turn on Sierra, we'll hand them over to nobody on Unicom. I think since my last stream, or maybe I had it on the last stream, but I didn't mention it, I have a foot pedal. So no longer having to type things and hold down for push to talk. I can use my feet, as I am going to now, which is quite handy. It's a lot hands-free. Ryanair 16 November X-ray. No further ATC, I'm afraid. Free call Unicom 122.8. Have a good flight. Bye-bye.
Unicom 128, Ryanair 16 November X-ray. Thank you for the control and bye-bye.
The reason for that just allows me to do a few extra bits and bobs. So I've got push to talk on TeamSpeak for coordination on one foot, and I've got three pedals. But yeah, left pedal for push to talk on audio for VATSIM to speak to people on the network. So Gatwick is
Ryanair 323 requesting taxi to the active runway.
Ryanair 323, taxi to holding point Romeo 1 for runway 22 via Juliet, Link Bravo and Romeo.
Taxi to holding point Romeo 1 by Juliet, Link Bravo and Romeo, Ryanair 323.
Yeah, so it is a major EasyJet hub. It's a popular airline for new pilots. Yeah, I think just people see that it's Gatwick. The thing is, the UK is a busy airspace, so I think a lot of people like to do like Gatwick to Manchester because that's what 45-minute flight, or they like to go all the way up to Edinburgh, which is about an hour. So it's popular because of that, and I think people avoid Heathrow because it's too big, and you don't have those smaller EasyJet sort of flights. So yeah, I'm sure I'll be okay once I get my head around it. I think one of the benefits of me doing learning on Stansted was that I can get ready for all the coordination having to do with like all of the London airports. FedEx 310, sadly no further ATC, free call Unicorn 122.8. Have a good flight, bye bye.
Over to Unicom, and thanks for the ATC, greatly appreciated. Thanks, 310 Henry.
Yep, normally the control, most controls are good. I think certain people like to fly to control with people that they're quite familiar with. So I do tend to find if there's Edinburgh, there's got ground, it's got tower and approach on, they're all quite funny. Telling people to say happy birthday, say happy birthday to tower, and it's definitely not their birthday, and those sorts of things. So it's a bit of fun. It does seem to be the same like Manchester. So people, there's people have places they prefer to go. Edinburgh is generally busy because of those sorts of afternoon flights that people like to do. Although today it is reasonably quiet. It's Tuesday. And it is the US elections. Let's not talk about that. Let's not talk about politics. I'll ban politics from my channels. So yeah. So cool. Well, hopefully Sweden Power you'll get in next time then for the next seminar. But I think on Thursday I've booked to do Manchester again at this time, so hopefully I'll be streaming it, so we'll see how busy we get. Hopefully I should be able to cope with it a bit better. It's been when someone's meant to be contacted, how do you send the please contact me message? Yeah, so that was the one thing that wasn't shown on any of my training, or didn't come up in any of my mentoring sessions because it's on Sweatbox in a fictional environment, so didn't have that. So what you can do is you just press the home key on your keyboard, and then I just press the call sign up on the list, and it sends them a text message, and it goes beep 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 beep, and say when you're on VPilot. I've had that many a time. So that's one of the things I would say would be on my probably my list of top tips that you probably don't pick up until you're like live on the network. It's controlling something you're interested in real life or purely on VATSIM. So it would be nice to do it for a job in real life. I don't live too far away from a airport and a place where they train air traffic controllers at that airport. There's a training centre there. I've looked into it. I think it's a 12-week course. It's quite expensive if I was paying for it myself. I don't think it would be a career change. I wouldn't give up my day job because I enjoy my day job as well. But it's yeah, it'd be interesting. Like, say for example, if my day job I wanted to take, would you take air traffic controlling as a relaxing, retirement job? But something that might interest me if the local aerodrome needed people, or like the local one of the smaller local aerodromes where that gets GA needs someone just to be manning the radio as a volunteer or something like that. Maybe doing that, because I flew to Shobden once, and that's just a ground to air radio. So yeah, maybe. Never say never. Ryanair 323, sadly no further ATC, free call Unicorn 122.8. Have a good flight, bye-bye.
Over to Unicorn 122.8. Thank you for ATC. Goodbye.
But I think pop, like, I don't know, it's different. I get the, you know, obviously you can't really work from home on that job, even though there's that advert for that mobile phone company. You can't really work from home doing this job, can you? So doing that job. So you'd have to be close to the air traffic control centres or the airport that you want to work from on tower or ground movement. So yeah, I really prefer to be flying as a pilot. But probably, you know, we've looked into it. I've had a flying lesson. Would be interested in doing it, but I just probably wouldn't pass the medical. So yeah, so that's why I got interested in doing virtual flying, and then at the same time signed up for doing this and waited a year to get through to the training. So yeah. Well, I did pop in. I don't know if you've seen the VOD where I mentioned. I did. I think I've always fancied flying on like flight simulator. Then someone did mention about VATSIM to me. I can't remember where we got into this, where I got into that conversation with someone in real life, and I researched it when I got home. Yeah, I should have really just picked it up then, because I think probably by now it probably would be like an S3 or a C1. But it's just one of those things, isn't it? So let's have a look on what VATSIM radar. Let's see where all the A380s are. I guess the UK and Europe are back at school, so and parents are back at work. So probably be a little bit quieter. Let's have a look in Dubai. So there's what, 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 5 A380s on the ground. Not many at Abu Dhabi. Only one, Etihad. Which is a nice airline to fly with. Most of the lot, like, so is Emirates really. Yeah, so we haven't got any A380. We haven't had any A380 action yet today. So which is a bit just a bit quiet, isn't it? It's Tuesday night. Europe is lit up though with controllers. Again, if we have a quick peep at VATSPI, because nothing's going on the ground movement radar. Looks like we'll look at all of the areas that we've got. So Helsinki. Where have I flown up to? So I've flown up to. I don't think I've gone that far. Although we'll be getting ready for Fly Santa again, won't it? Where we go up here to go see Santa. That's definitely something I'll be flying this year. Yeah, so I've gone to Oslo. I think I've gone up here somewhere. Bergen. And then all the usual European. But yeah, look. For thinking how busy or how many controllers the UK has, it is a bit quiet. There was area control on air earlier, but it's gone all a bit quiet. There's lots of people on in Italy. So yeah, lots of people online. Lots of people flying, which is good to see. The ones highlighted, the ones coming to us. Don't know if they'll get to us in time, but they are the ones on the way to Stansted. So there's one over here. There's one down Italy. There's one there. Nothing coming over the pond. Let's have a look at America. Everyone's avoiding the election by flying. Don't blame them. Sorry, we're not talking politics, are we? Yeah, so let's change subject very quickly. Speed and power. Can you get A380s instead? Yes, you can. I think in real life only one has landed, which was the British Airways A380 on a training flight, just in case if they needed to divert to Stansted. So we can go to a number of stands at Stansted for, where's my notes? Let me find my notes. There's a number of stands, there's a few stands that we can go to. I think I know them off the top of my head, but I did write them down. Yeah, here they are. So, taxiways are restricted. So if so we're on runway 22. So if it's landing, then they can't take November Romeo. Well, they won't take November, but they can't take November Romeo if they could stop in time. I doubt they could, but you never know, they could, if they were light. So they won't stop in time there. They have to take Lima Romeo or Lima, or go all the way down to hotel. They can't take Kilo. So they'd have to come in Lima Romeo, Lima or hotel. If they come in the other way, then they can't take Papa Romeo, but they can take Papa, Quebec Romeo, or Romeo and Sierra. They can take anything on hotel. They can go all the way on, you can see my mouse. They can go anywhere on hotel up to Sierra. They can then only go Link Alpha, so they can't do any of the links. Link Alpha and then Juliet all the way down. Because then they can go into Apron Alpha, which is here, or Apron Zulu. So on Zulu they can park any of these stands, which generally freight stands anyway. So they can go to any of those three. But on Apron A, you've got what's generally cargo. Yeah, cargo on here, on this side, and then you've got like passenger stands. So the stands that we can put them on is 9, 6, or 13. Now 13 is the passenger one that they opened up in readiness at Stansted. Yes, Navigator offers chart, but it doesn't say which stands, so we have to look at the UK controller pack for stands. Let me get you the link. So you can log in to the UK controller pack, which is at ukcp.vatsim.uk, and then there is a stands table. So let me pop that up on the screen so you can see what I'm doing. 1 second, stand by. Stands. So this is the web page that I've used. So this is the controller packs. That's what gives you the stand allocations if someone's arriving. And A380s are code F, the same as 747-800, which is the cargo, which is 6, 9. Oh, let me change that to 50. Yeah, so 6, 9, 13. You can see that 13, which is Apron A East, and then it'll be down towards Apron Z. Oh, I'm sure. Apron Z. Here they are. So they're all F. So 204, 205, 213, 214. So any of those on the Z apron. So that's how I know. And actually, the other day I had 2 A380s arrive from Glasgow in convoy, the high fly. But sadly, the model matching didn't work. So, which was very upsetting. So they were just white. But there we go. So if you ever need to request stands Standard codes. So it's the aircraft type is the code. So depending on the size of the aircraft, I don't know how it relates. There's different things for speed groups. Let's have a quick Google on that one. Yes, it is. It is all about wingspan.
Stansted
There we go.
Ground, speedbird 321, stand 9, information whiskey on board, requesting IRS clearance to destination as filed.
Speedbird 321, clear to Amsterdam, Clacton to Echo departure, squawk 7204.
Clear Clacton to Echo departure, squawk 7204, speedbird 321.
Speedbird 321, read back correct. Yeah, so it is wingspan. See, I learn something every time. So code F is wingspan from 65 meters, but less than 80 meters, which is basically 747-800 or an A380. And I learned the other day that actually all of the airport restrictions say A380, but actually it's code F. So it does include the 747-800. It's just the fact that A380 was released first, then the 747-800. But a lot of Navigraph charts and things mention A380 specifically, but it will apply to the 747-800, which I think we've got in there. 747-800 is the one we've got in Flight Sim. Do you want a link? Okay. What to the? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Here's a link going out in. I think I'm allowed. Can I put my links in the chat? There we go. There's the links. To the UK. You have to log in through your VATSIM ID. So yeah, to learn something every day. Yeah, I did actually have an A380 land when I was controlling at Edinburgh, but with me being on ground, there was nothing I could do apart from when they landed, just remind them that Edinburgh is not compatible with A380s, but gave them a large stand, biggest stand I could, and wish them a good evening. So I think it's just put your common sense hat on in those situations. Yeah, so there we are. What am I going to take? I'm going to take one of these. So yeah. So I was just having a little treat interlude. Even Edinburgh's not staffed, so a very quiet night. We've got world flights on as well, isn't it? Where are they at the minute? Where did they get to? So if you're not familiar with World Flight, it's like a charity event on VATSIM. Anyone, by the sounds of it, anyone can join. So it's from 2nd November to the 9th of November, from Saturday to Saturday, so what, 8 days. What's the route map? We did the first flight, speed and power, nice. Was it busy? I guess it was, wasn't it? Strange they went to Bournemouth. The route, they ended up in Bournemouth, or they went to Bournemouth. So where did it say they are now? I saw them going to Lisbon yesterday. Oh, that must be... Ah, so that's why it's busy up in Stockholm. They must be up there now, mustn't they? By the looks of it, 31 departures. So they're going to Stockholm to Bergen, then Bergen to like Greenland. Well, that'll be a long leg. Strange, isn't it, that it starts all the way in Sydney on the 2nd of November and it takes them 7 or 8 days to go around the world. I don't know, I don't know. Does that make it sound strange that it takes that long? Must be true, because basically they just land, don't they? Turn around and go. So yeah. It looks like you can become a controller on World Flight ATC. So there we go. They're all... Oh, there is an S3. Most of them are Cs. I guess they need to be, don't they?
Stansted Ground, speedbird 321, ready for push and start.
Speedbird 321, push and start approved.
Start approved.
I need to do more of those sort of bigger events. So I've done 1 or 2 flying and it is real good fun. Yeah, so maybe all the control, to be fair, maybe all, when I looked at that list on the World Flight website, where worldflight.center, the approved list of ATC, some of the bigger frequent people I see on the UK is there. I won't name them, but they're there. So yeah, and it sounds like the way that it works is that the World Flight team can, you know, they're, should we say, some of them are UK based, but obviously they're going around the world, so they just log on and they can like take over from the local people for the event, which I guess is fair because they're raising money for charity, right? Oh, here we go. There is a spreadsheet for the departure times. So where are they at the minute? So it's the Tuesday the 5th. Yeah, so departure from Bergen at 2010. Oh, I guess yeah. So they had like what, half an hour? Looks like it's about is that a 45-minute gap between arrival time and departure time? But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I would have expected things to have been slightly differently. But then, not differently, but I mean like the impression of flying around the world wouldn't take that long. But well, I guess if you fly non-stop from London to, well, not non-stop, but if you're flying from like London to Sydney or London to New Zealand, and it's going to take what? To New Zealand takes what, 26 hours? Sydney took 22 when I did it, and that's flying straight. So yeah, maybe because they're not doing it in one big swoop, are they? They're kind of going around the world. So yeah, it probably does make sense. Hello, Mac Daddy, how are you today? Thanks for coming along. Are you flying today? We're just talking about World Flight, which is happening, which is one of the big events of the calendar. I think they only do it once a year, don't they? I guess with it being quite spread out over a number of days, it's easier for people to join, which is better than doing kind of across the pond, which is always Saturday. Oh, World Flight's on now, so it started last Saturday and finishes this Saturday. So they're currently just all about leaving Bergen. Is that where they say hello to? Is that where we go to see Santa? Or do we go slightly further? I think we go slightly further, don't we? No, yeah. So we go to Rovaniemi to go see Santa. So we'll go a bit further, kind of northwest. Ooh, information X-ray is current. So yeah, so World Flight's happening now. Are you full of cold? Oh, that's a shame. Hope you get rid of it quickly. Stuff is going around though, isn't it? That's the half the problem. So yeah, so World Flight's going, so they're going from Bergen to, what's the next step? Bergen to, I'm going to butcher this name, Kangalusak. Is that how you say it? Apologies again if I've, that's after Bergen. So we're going to Bergen now from Luleå. Again, apologies if I'm offending anyone with mispronouncing these names. Then they go St John's, Toronto, Boston, Orlando, Punta Cana, Aruba. Nice. Is there any way you can watch it live? Channels you can recommend? Yes, there are a couple of channels. Obviously, you'd be watching mine first, but there are quite a few channels on that. So let's have a quick butchers. There was one. I think there's like a Wings for Hope was the name. Yeah, it's spooky. Basically, you just type World Flight in. There's quite a few. I do like the ones that have like basically made like a garage. I never said garage then. It'd be very American. Where they've got a where they've like converted their own garage, and it's a full-on simulator, dual seat cockpit simulator.
Stansted Ground, Speedbird 321, ready for taxi.
Speedbird 321, taxi to holding point Romeo 1 for runway 22 via Link Alpha, Hotel and Romeo.
Taxi to holding point Romeo 1 or runway 22, Link Alpha, Hotel and Romeo.
But yes, there's quite a few, either on Twitch or YouTube. Some of them do. You can send them a message when you donate, and it prints it out as a like ACARS message. Again, it's quite funny. Funny's in good, right? Because these guys are showing that they've got these like simulators, which I think some of them have made are actually out of recycled parts from old planes, which is in someone's garage, which is just absolutely crazy. So very similar to the 747 experience. That's absolute crazy. But the guys are doing this on VATSIM, non-stop. They've got a little rotor system. It's amazing. How's traffic this evening? Quiet. It is quiet now. It was a little bit busier. I wouldn't say it was busier, but it wasn't as quiet as this. About 4 or 5. The most interesting thing that's happened this evening was pre-stream. I had a departure out to London's Gatwick, and Gatwick approach was online, so I needed to do check that there was any delay absorption before allowing them to depart from Stansted or push back. So that was interesting. I've not done that with approach before, so that was good. So yeah, so I can't complain. Even though some people might do. Yeah. So yeah. How's your evening going? I know you're full of cold, but How's your evening going? You fill yourself up on lemsips and things like that? So trying out what TCG Card Shop Simulator. Cool. That's a new one for me. There's a console game. Is that right? Oh, Trading Card Shop Simulator. All right. That looks like there's basically there's games for everyone in there, which is really cool. ATC. Oh, that's not relevant for us. So yeah, so it's been a bit quiet. Taking the dogs out for a walk as well, are you? Okay, nice. I was supposed to go for a run today, but just couldn't be bothered. Didn't really feel like it. Which definitely isn't like me. But I did do a longish run yesterday, so maybe it was that. Speedbird 321. Sadly, no further ATC. Free call Unicorn 122.8. Have a good flight. Bye bye.
122.8, goodbye, thanks.
So it looks on the radar was someone. It looks like they're establishing. There is a Blue Max there, but there is no. It doesn't have a flight plan. So there we go. So we'll see if they arrive. So I've obviously loaded something up into the FMC. They're down at 4,000 feet, which suggests that they're on the way to us. There's no flight plan. Hey Aidan, thanks for joining. How are you tonight? Thanks for chatting. You're flying. We were just talking about world flight. Seems to be a lot of chat this afternoon about a new release coming. The Phoenix. Is it winglets? So I don't know if that's gonna. Would you have speed and power? Do you think you'll get that as a free upgrade, or would you have to buy another Sharklet? Sorry. Or do you think you're gonna have to buy the upgrade? Let's have a look at the blog post. Probably just an upgrade, won't it? Does look good, to be fair. It's yeah, I definitely need to get flying Airbus, I think. So for speed and power, when you've got the Phoenix, does it not have winglets at the end? Yeah, I'm sure it would be an upgrade. So it says the Sharklets would roll out this week. 24 hours after the Sharklets rollout, we'll be closing out the limited time discount bundle discount on the A320 plus the A319, A321 expansion pack. So if you want both products bundled as discount, you have a bit of time to go grab the deal before it's gone. Oh, I was just asking about the Phoenix around the Sharklets. But it sounds like it's just a rollout as an upgrade rather than having to pay extra. It says that they've not been given access to the Dev Alpha for Flight Simulator 2024. So there's no update on that. So yeah. Oh yeah, so I can see the difference between the sharklets on the one that they've got out looking at the gallery at the minute. Okay. They're quite small, aren't they? Whereas the thing is, you know, the thing kind of really pops up for the sharklets. All right. So I'd have to. Does that mean if I had, because I've got neither of the A320, A19, A321. Does that mean if I had to buy both? I normally fly the PMDG 737.
Stansted Ground, Golf Papa Yankee Whiskey Bravo.
Ooh, VFR, nice. Golf Papa Yankee Whiskey Bravo, Stansted Ground. Hello, good evening. Pass your message.
Good evening. Request engine start and taxi instructions for VFR circuits.
Ooh, where are you? Trying to find them. Golf Whiskey Bravo, confirm stand number. Where are you?
Roger, stand by. Golf Whiskey Bravo.
So VFR circuits, when the person isn't here, we just tell them circuits at your discretion. Startup approved.
Stand 513, Golf Whiskey Bravo.
Golf Papa Yankee Whiskey Bravo, startup approved. It'll be circuits at your own discretion because there's no tower above. Active runways, runway 22. Report when ready for taxi.
Circuits at own discretion. I'm ready for taxi instructions. Golf Whiskey Bravo.
So is that stand 513? So that parking stands.
Stansted Ground, Blue Max 58 Alpha Lima, vacated with you November Romeo.
Blue Max 58 Alpha Lima, Stansted Ground. Hello, welcome to Stansted. Taxi to stand 25 right via Juliet.
125 right by Juliet, Blue Max 58 Alpha Lima.
Oh, there's 5. He's up there. That's a little yellow dot. Golf Whiskey Bravo. Taxi to holding point uniform for runway 22 via Foxtrot and Golf.
Taxi to holding point uniform for runway 22 via Foxtrot and Golf. Golf Whiskey Bravo.
I haven't had a VFR for ages. Cool. Airport. So there's no flight plan, so this Blue Max doesn't arrive on my arrival list. What aircraft? So I normally fly the PMDG. Normally 737-800, done the 900. Sometimes I fly the 787 as well, the Dreamliner. That's quite good. So to buy all three aircraft, it's £80, but the discount. It's normally £90, but the discount takes it down to 80. Okay. Aidan, don't know if you remember a couple of weeks ago I left the stream for pub quiz. I do remember you said in the VOD that I ended up winning 310. Wow, nice. We can spend it on new aircraft. What are you going to spend the £310 on? Any flight sim equipment or? Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good work. So hopefully we've got someone over here. So we'll do target, acquire, There we go, so we can see them a bit easier now. We don't tell them to change. I don't think we tell them to change their squawk, do we? Let's have a look at my notes for VFR.
Stansted Ground, very good evening. This is Runner 1 Tango Hotel, stand Alpha 9er. Information X-ray on board, units 1025, ready to copy FR clearance to Nuremberg Airport as well.
Ryanair 1 Tango Hotel, Stansted Ground, hello. I need you on an odd flight level. Can you accept 370 or 350?
350 is good.
Okay, right, Ryanair 1 Tango Hotel, cleared to Nuremberg, Clacton to Echo departure, squawk 3372, final flight level of 350, and I've amended your flight plan.
Clear to Nuremberg Airport via Charlie Lima November to Echo departure, squawk 3372 and cruising level 350, Runner 1 Tango Hotel.
Ryanair 1 Tango Hotel, read back correct. So I'm sure, oh, where was that? There was, oh, where was the link? There was a, there was a link, wasn't there, that, I got, which, yeah, must be this about the same time. 22nd of September. Yeah, so sorry, I'm just trying to think. There was a, oh, did I get it sent here? It wasn't with it, was this guy. Here it is in Discord. Here it goes. Squawk, I need to copy this. Copy image, and I just need to shove it in here. Is it pasted in there? It hasn't. Okay, let me take a screen grab of that. Sorry, stand by. Everyone on stream, I'm just taking a picture of something that someone sent me. Told me with squawk issuance. So, VFR circuits, clearance at hold. GMP, issue clearance, no. Issue squawk, no. Tick cleared, no. Other GMC, taxi runway, holding point, hand off to tower, but tower's not above. There's no one there. So yeah. So I think for that, we just don't tick it, we don't give them a squawk, and we just tell them circuits of their own discretion. Yeah. No tower above, just taxi to them to send them to Unicom. Golf Whiskey Bravo, free call Unicom 122.8. I might see you back in a few minutes.
122.8, thank you, Golf Whiskey Bravo.
I recognise that voice as well. Maybe not. The name doesn't ring a bell, but the voice does. Maybe as a controller as well that I've worked with. Some new DJing equipment, Eddie. Okay, cool. That sounds cool. That sounds expensive. That sounds just about as expensive as Flight Simulator. I try and buy most of my flight simulator stuff from CX, so it's slightly cheaper, and it's got a good warranty as well. You get 2-year warranty on it, don't you? So the pressure has changed. We've now gone up to 1026, so we get a little notification in the chat. Well, that's, I mean, we change to the next letter, which has just come through on VATSIM, and then it gets pings on the server on here, so we can go to Yankee 1026. So once Ryanair 1 Tango Hotel request push, we'll tell them the new QNH. If there's more people, I'd do a shout. I'd do like a broadcast to everyone. As at Aiden, yeah, I think DJ equipment would be very expensive. Cool. Do you do that just at home, or do you do, I don't know, what do you, DJ gigs? Do you call them gigs? Or you're kind of a wedding DJ? What sort of DJ are you? Let's categorize it. But yeah, we are a bit quiet, aren't we? Which means we might finish soon. Let's see how long we've been going for. Let's see if we need to round it up or round it down. 2 hours 10 on Stansted. So what does that take us to if we look at the... Oh, where's my endorsement thing? So it's at 45 hours flat. So that takes me to 45 hours, 47 hours and a bit. Nice. Yeah, I think that's been relative. I think because maybe people are doing well flight. Only got 1,500 pilots online. So you mainly DJ for fun. Okay, done some house parties and club night too. Only electronic music. Wouldn't dream of doing a wedding. Alright, so you don't want to play any pop songs. No Justin Bieber. So you don't do Justin Bieber or anyone like that. Then by the sounds of it, I think Justin Bieber was the one artist that we banned at our wedding. Yeah, I think you need to be a particular type of person, don't you, to do that, or to do kids' parties. God, could you imagine doing like a kids' party sort of DJ? Would be fun though, I guess. So yeah, it's very quiet. Lots of people going from Birmingham, Edinburgh. Ooh, what's that ATC? No more handoffs. To Amsterdam radar. A lot of the stuff that pops up on ATC doesn't really impact us, because you get messages from all over the place. Obviously, we're only bothered by the London sectors. Yeah, so we've got the Cessna 152 could do in circuits. So it'll be interesting to see how many circuits they do. We'll probably give traffic advisory if we're this Ryanair 1 Tango Hotel departs. Just let them know someone's in the circuit, just to be polite. But yeah, reasonably quiet. It doesn't look like it's going to get any busier at all. Even Manchester's got tower on now. Oh, someone's just taken over Manchester Tower. Must have been a booking that finished. Got David Cook, that David, who's that? So yeah, not much going on at all. There's Black Bush. Where the hell's that? But there is a, yeah. Looks like again, it must be a night for GA stuff. Let's have a quick peep in the GA group if there's anything going on. Oh, someone said Black Bush was open for about 30 minutes, about an hour ago. So yeah. Right, it's going quiet.
Runner 1 Tango Hotel ready for pushing start.
Ryanair 1 Tango Hotel, stand 9 left, push and start approved, QNH 1026.
Push start approved, QNH 1026, Runner 1 Tango Hotel.
So it doesn't say on the staff ups for the GA group that there is anything going on. Normally they put like a Discord event or something. So yeah, there we go. So we've got Golf Whiskey Bravo doing the first circuit, the first round. Wonder how many they're going to do. Right, nice to speak to you, Speed and Power. Might see you in a couple of days. Thanks for coming along and chatting. So they're going around again. There's definitely a song with those words in, isn't they? But I don't want to. I'm definitely not going to sing in the right pitch. So I think we'll get this, unless someone pops up, we'll get this Ryanair taxied and then we'll call it a night, I think. Because there ain't much going on, and we've got to 210, we're at 217. There's no one that have like pre-filed a route but not turned up yet, not logged on. Just looking at who oh, so you've been holding pop, have you? All that time, what, down in was it Gran Canaria you was flying to? Yeah, 'cause you said you went from Manchester. So you've been looping around for that long. Oh, that's slightly annoying. That's the thing if you're doing virtual airline, you don't want to get penalised on New Sky, do you? I guess it's New Sky that you're on. It's quite a good tour, really. Something for free. New Sky does a good job. Oh yeah, I can see the circuits. Should have put the flaps down or something, or on route. Not on route, not the flaps. Oh, they use their own tracker. Okay. We could have done, should have put your speed brakes up or something, or your gear down. I don't think gear down at 35,000 feet is the is within standard operating procedures. I think when I'm doing my fuel, I just take what SimBrief tells me for fuel, and then I think I've done a few overweight landings. So yeah, I'd probably have to do the same. It'd be annoying for the people on board, wouldn't it? Because then they'll be like, oh, just land.
Runner 1 Tango Hotel, ready to taxi.
Right now, 1 Tango Hotel, taxi to holding point Romeo 1 for runway 22 via Link Alpha, Hotel and Romeo.
Taxi to holding point Romeo 1 via Alpha Hotel and Romeo. Runner 1 Tango Hotel.
It's a long way to go though, whether you've not used up your fuel. You must have had good headwind behind you. Or just went with too much fuel to start with. Might be that one. Might be the second one that you just put too much in to start with. Yes, I think once this Rhino's departed, we'll call it a day. And then we will have, what does that work out to be then? God help me that I haven't, maths isn't part of my career. So we've done 45 hours before today, got two and a third. Nice. So we're getting close, aren't we, to where we want to be. So maybe the next time we do a stream, we might get to the magic 50 number. How exciting will that be? And then I'll be clicking, opening up all the other stuff. So that'd be good. So we'll be hopefully putting a ticket in to add us to the S2 waiting list, starting on the Moodle course for the Gatwick endorsement and the Moodle course for the kind of local AFIS and the air to ground sort of stuff. So yeah, that's what we'll hopefully be doing next stream, and hopefully I'll put like a countdown timer in there somewhere. So yeah, so we'll hand this Ryanair off. Let's see what Golf Whiskey Bravo does. We can, if he does taxi in as a full stop, we'll give him taxi instructions. If not, we'll just log off. What's happening to Ryanair 1? Oh, he's moving, but very slowly. That's one thing I've seen. Some people, like, they taxi in a rush. Some people taxi very slowly. This is at 4, 3, 3. Is he slowing down? 3, 3. Is he going to land? Is he going to... See, some people only do like 2 circuits, then stop. Oh, no, he's going back up. It's up to 04, that's fine. Ryanair 1 Tango Hotel. Sadly, no further ATC. Free call Unicorn 122.8. Be advised, there is a Cessna 152 in the circuit. I think he's just done a touch and go, so he should be clear.
Okay, thank you. Want to do the sublay. Bye-bye. Have a good night.
You too, bye. Right, so I think that's going to have us done. We'll say goodbye to everyone. And thanks for coming along. It's been a bit of a quiet stream, but hopefully you enjoyed a bit of the chat and what we talked about. Talked on a couple of subjects. Hope you liked it. Don't forget, if you do like the stuff, there's buttons specifically for those sorts of things. Please subscribe. That really helps us, particularly the likes on YouTube and subscribes would be really appreciated just to help the old algorithm and all that sort of stuff. So thanks for watching, and might see you on Thursday if everything goes to plan. All right, good night, and see you next time. Bye bye.